All right, welcome back, boys and girls, to another decoding lesson with Ms. Brown. We are going to continue our work on open and closed syllables. So last time I didn't really explain to you what it meant if a syllable was open or if a syllable was closed. I don't want to give you too much information at once, so I'll go over that today, okay? You should have, we're on sort 13, so you should have the sheet that looks like this, all right? Turn to a new page and we will begin. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to write sort 13, so when I'm looking through your books I don't get confused. And you're going to notice that whenever we do these word sorts, you're always going to see headers, okay? What that means is that you're going to see some letters or some words in bold. And these are going to be our header columns. So today we're going to have 4 header columns. We're going to have VCV. Do you remember what VCV stands for? Okay, that's going to be vowel, consonant, vowel. We're going to have VCCV doublet. Okay, so vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, doublet. And do you know what do you think doublet might mean? Well, double means 2, okay, so it's going to be letters that are the same. VCCV, different, okay, so vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, different, and then oddball. So at this point, you can put me on pause and you can write those 4 header columns. Make sure that you're leaving enough space in between each column because we're going to be writing words underneath. Okay, so you should have 4 columns like how I have 4 columns. VCV, vowel, consonant, vowel. VCCV, doublet, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel with a double letter in the middle. VCCV, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. The 2 letters in the center are going to be different. And then an oddball, okay? All right, so also on this sheet, you're going to notice that there are 3 words in bold. Okay, so these 3 words actually have these 3 patterns. The first word that we're going to write is the word silent. So I want you to write the word silent under the pattern VCV. Okay, so I'm going to do that as well. So silent, S-I-L-E-N-T. And at this point, I want you to see if you can find the VCV pattern. So remember, you're not looking at all the letters. You're just looking in the center, okay? So you're looking for a vowel, consonant, vowel pattern. Once you find it, I want you to put a V above the vowel, a C above the consonant, and then a V above the other vowel. Okay, so at this point, press me on pause, and then when you come back, I'm going to have the answer written above silent. Sorry. Okay, so I hope you got what I got. So the VCV pattern is V above the I, C above the L, and E, V above the E. Okay? All right, so that's our VCV pattern. Next, the next word that is bold on the sheet that I sent home with you is this word happen. So this will be a VCV doublet because the 2 P's in the middle, that they are double. Those are double letters. So I want you to write the word happen underneath VCCV doublet. Wrong marker, right marker. So H-A-P-P-E-N. And then put me on pause and put that VCCV pattern, tongue twister, above it. Okay, so did you get this? So a V, A is a vowel, C is a consonant, C is a consonant, V is a vowel. All right? Now, under VCCV different, I want you to write the word number. N-U-M-B-E-R. And then above the word number, I want you to put the VCCV pattern. Okay, so at this point, are you with me? Kind of, sort of, or not really? So hopefully you're with me, okay? All right, so at some point, I'm going to explain a few more things, but at some point today, all of these words, I want you to sort them. So they're either going to go under this column, if they follow that pattern, this column, if they follow this pattern, or this column, okay? Is that part clear so far? Okay, so now I want to show you something. All of these words actually have 2 syllables. So remember, a syllable is a word part. So I'm going to show you now how to split them. So this is a rule that applies in some cases, but English is a very tricky language where, I don't know, somebody came up with these rules, but then you can't really stick to them in all situations, okay? So for today, this is going to be the rule that applies to these words, okay? All right, so when I want to divide or split up a VCV word into 2 parts, I'm going to divide it after the first vowel, okay? I'm going to draw a line right like this. And this vowel for today is going to be a long vowel sound. So remember, the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y. If it's a long vowel sound, it's going to say its name. So the vowel A is going to make the A sound. E is going to make the E sound. I is going to make the I sound. O, O sound, and U, U sound. So now it's just decoding or saying each syllable part. So S-I, remember I said I makes a long vowel sound. Sigh. And then we just have to decode this next part. Lent. So the word is silent. So I told you that we're doing open and closed syllables. If the first syllable ends with a vowel, this is just called an open syllable, and so it's going to be long. I'll say that again. If the first syllable ends with a vowel, it's going to be a long sound. This is what we call an open syllable. Okay, with me so far? All right, so that's the first split. Next, when we have a VCCV double, and we have double letters, in most cases, we can split this word into two parts based on these double letters. So it's got a double P. We just split right down. And this vowel sound is going to be short. VCV, it's long. VCCV, it's short. So, happen, happen. With me so far? Okay, next. VCCV different, it follows a similar pattern. Okay, so we look for the two consonants in the middle. You can split them right down. Short vowel sound, up like an umbrella. So this word is number. Okay, does that make sense? So, for VCV, it ends in a vowel, so this is an open syllable. Okay, in these words, the first part ends in a consonant, so this is called a closed syllable. Open syllables makes a long vowel sound. Closed syllables makes a short vowel sound. Okay, if that's a little bit confusing, maybe just rewind me, go back to the beginning, and then play it again. But if not, we're ready to move on. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to look at all of these words, okay, see which pattern they follow, and then write that word underneath the pattern. So remember, if it goes here for today, it should be making a long vowel sound. If it's a double letter, VCCV, it goes here. VCCV with different letters, it goes here. If it doesn't fit into any of these columns, it's going to go in the oddball category. Okay, so at this point you can press me on pause. I'm going to quickly write down where the word should go, and then when you unpause me, you're going to get to see if you were right. Okay, so I have all the words written up. They are all sorted. So have a look. Okay, at this point you might want to press pause and just see what you got right. And if you got anything wrong, you can fix it. Okay, so just put me on pause because we're going to do one more quick little activity. Okay, so just put me on pause, see what you got right, see what you didn't get right. Okay, so I hope that you sorted all your words correctly. If you got any wrong, you fixed it. Because now we're going to do the split. Because you might be able to pronounce most of these words, but I know that some of you probably don't know what these words should sound like. So this is where the dividing words into syllables comes in, where these little rules and little tricks that we're learning can help us with decoding. Okay, so I told you for these open syllables, I told you to split it, okay, after the open vowel, and it should make a long vowel sound, okay? So let's go ahead and do our splits. So the E, do a split here, the O, do a split here, and the E, do a split here. Okay, so based on our rule, these vowels should all make long sounds. Okay, so let's say both parts. We had silent, silent. Okay, so F-E, female, female, M-O, mo, that's a long O, moment, moment, and fever, fever. So all of these words follow the rule that I told you. Okay, so hope you guys found that straightforward. Okay, so remember for the VCCV doublet, how do we split it? We split it in between the two doubles. Okay, so in between the N's, the L's, the T's, the L's and the L's. Then you say each part, and they should all be short vowel sounds. Funny, funny. Follow, follow. Better, better. Pattern, pattern. Bottom, bottom. Pillow, pillow. Yellow, yellow. Okay? All right, VCCB different. We find the two consonants and we're going to split in between the consonants. Okay, so do you want to put me on pause and you can see if you can do it before I do it and then see if you're correct? All right, here I go. In between the N and the T. Winter, winter. In between the B and the L. Problem, problem. F and the T. After, after. The S and the T. Sister, sister. The N and the G. Finger, finger. The P and the T. Chapter, chapter. The M and the B. Member, member. The N and the K. Blanket, blanket. And the N and the D. Window, window. All right, so I have two words over here in the oddball category. Why do I have them in the oddball category? So I want you to tell me right now, okay? So looking at it, I see a VCV combination. So how come that word didn't go right here? In this word, I see a VCCV different combination. So why didn't that word go right here? So put me on pause. I want you to have a little think about it before I tell you the answer. Okay? All right, so this first word, yes, it definitely does have a VCV pattern, but I told you that for today, all of these first syllables should make a long vowel sound. Is this word waiter? What's this word? Water. So it doesn't follow these rules. Okay? Is this word only? Because all of these words make short vowel sounds. This is only. Okay? So it doesn't follow this pattern. Okay? All right, so that is our second introduction to open and closed syllables. So the next lesson is going to go a little bit further more, just giving you different types of words and just showing you how to decode them, how to syllabicate them. All right, so boys and girls, I want you to follow these lessons to a T because they're going to help you with your spelling. And then when you come across words you've never seen before, you're now going to have some tools. Think of a carpenter or a plumber. They have a tool belt. So when they go to a job, they might not know what tool they need to fix a problem. Think of reading and decoding as your tool belt. Ms. Brown's going to be giving you different types of tools, different strategies. So when you come across words that you've never seen before, okay, I can try this. That didn't work. Okay, I can try this one. Okay, so it's not just looking at the word and just making guesses. Guesses are okay sometimes, but you have to have strategies when you're decoding and when you're spelling. Okay, so thank you for sticking out with me. I hope that you are learning from this and that it's helping you, and I will see you next time. Bye.